much for hosting me. Let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Ahmed Ibrahim. I run the AI sales and go-to-market activities within Cisco. As you can see from my initials, AI. So probably I was hired because of my initials. This is my first time to be here in Kenya. So thank you so much for the hospitality. I feel the energy. I feel the ambitious, and I can see the vision. So today I will be sharing with you some stuff around what Cisco is doing in AI, as well as some of the market trends that we are seeing in AI. So guys, can you click next, please? I have another. You can use this one. Remove this. An AI program should figure out what's the issue and fix it immediately. So uh, if you look at this slide, you will see that uh, I mean AI is not new. I mean since the 80s, late 80s, AI was there. So there were lots of stuff around machine learning, and we were studying even for the old generation like me. People were studying at the universities AI and what are the different machine learning algorithms. But what really made AI becoming like everyone is talking about AI, you can see that in 2022, with the introduction of the large language models and having ChatGPT as one of the first applications or use cases using generative AI, lots of people started to speak about AI. Moving forward, so 2024, which is just last year, people started to speak about agents, agentic AI, assistants. This year, there are lots of discussions around multi-agent, agent to agent. In 2024, we used to speak about LLMs, large language models. Next year, there will be discussions around what's called LRM, large reasoning models. So it's not only it's the models that can reason and act. And we see that in 2025, DeepSeek release one was just released. Next year, we believe that there will be lots of discussions around agent to agent, agent to human, in addition to what's called the Internet of Agents. So Cisco built the internet 40 years ago, and I think now Cisco is trying and is helping with lots of other companies how to build what's called the Internet of Agents. We're not sure yet about what will happen in 2028 because things are moving very fast as we speak. I mean, this slide might change if I come and present in like 2 weeks from now. So just to share with you the AI speed of commoditization and the LM commoditization, you can see that ChatGPT, it took only 2 months to reach 100 million users. If you compare ChatGPT with Spotify, which is the platform for music, it took like 55 months to reach 100 million users. And this one can show you exactly that the speed of AI is moving very fast in terms of commoditization and in terms of usage and in terms of invention and new products to release in the market. I mean, just before to move this slide, I used Google and I still use Google to search. My kids are using YouTube to search. Now, the new generation, they are using ChatGPT because it's a personalized search engine. So it can feel exactly what you are looking for and why you are looking for this topic because it relates your history of search and it can start giving you answers based on this. So we believe in Cisco that the discussions around AI, it should be a top bottom should take a top-bottom approach. It should take a consultative approach, which is mainly having discussions around the use cases that can solve problems. And we should have these use cases across different verticals. Because yes, you can still have a use case that can fit all verticals, but in most cases, these use cases or this use case should be tailored to meet the needs for a specific use case. And this is a sample of just the use cases that we can have across each one of these verticals. The idea and the plan and what we're trying to do differently at Cisco is how can we drive a top-down discussions and take a consultative approach when we sit with our customers and try to identify with them use cases first, then share with them the infrastructure or the architecture that will help them to achieve these use cases. And one of the things that we had at Cisco, and I think it's really important, because if you look at customers now, there are different maturity level when it comes to AI. AI is a journey, and there are people in different phases out of this journey. So this is why we created what's called the Cisco AI Readiness Index. The Cisco AI Readiness Index, and it's public, you can just Google it. It gives you exactly where are you in the maturity stage when it comes to AI. So it do like an assessment across several pillars: data, security, regulatory, infrastructure, skill set, people, and readiness. And it gives you like a number out of 100. Based on this number, you can know exactly if you are fully prepared or you are limited. You still have more to do in order to become ready, and how can you move from one stage to another. There is a nice one as well that we've done when it comes to cybersecurity, because we believe that cybersecurity is also, it goes hand in hand when it comes to AI. Also, it's another cybersecurity index readiness where you can know exactly where are you in the cybersecurity journey. So looking at the AI consumption life cycle, and again, these are no longer technical terms. I mean, I think everyone in the room should know exactly when we say training, when we say inferencing, when we say RAG, when we say fine tuning, what does this term or what do these terms are? So building the model is what's called training. Deploying the model or using the model is what's called inferencing. And in between, you have optimizing the model, which is the fine tuning, and RAG, or the retrieval augmented generation, which is another way of doing fine tuning to avoid the AI hallucination. Going through this life cycle, you will know this is the whole life cycle or consumption life cycle of AI. And in order to achieve this, you should have what's called the AI ready data centers that can help you to go across each one of these, because in some cases, you need specific products for training, like GPUs. In other cases, when it's coming, when it comes to inferencing, you can do the inferencing only on CPUs. You don't need GPUs. And based again on the use case, there are specific requirements for each one of these use cases. And this is an example of where we see most of our customers now. We believe that most of the AI projects, they fall here, mainly around inferencing as a service, or inferencing, moderate inferencing. And this is, you can see, you can still need like 2 or 4 to 8 GPUs. And there are very few customers that go towards heavy training or large enterprises, in addition to the hyperscalers, the likes of AWS, GCP, and Microsoft. So most of the customers' deployment, or most of the customers' play when it comes to AI now, they fall into the first 2 boxes. So I mentioned about the Internet of Agents, and I think it's important for you to know that as Cisco built the internet 40 years ago, Cisco is now trying to build what's called the Internet of Agents. So we acquired a company called Outshift, and there is an open source consortium called Agency. Agency is an open source consortium of Cisco in addition to other partners. And the idea is to create and have this landscape of Internet of Agents and agree on the communications and how an agent to agent, agent to human communication will go or will act like. So that's and in addition to this, there are also 3 other consortiums in the industry now, trying to help to ramp up this Internet of Agents. And as I mentioned, I mean, the internet 40 years ago, it was all built into monolithic applications, where we have monolithic applications speaking to monolithic applications through the internet. In 2010, we started to hear more about cloud native applications or Kubernetes, and this was mainly the cloud native internet. In 2024 plus, this will be the Internet of Agents, where we will see AI native apps speaking to AI native apps, and we will have through lots of AI agents. One important thing, since this session is around the public sector and government, is to understand exactly the regulations of AI from policy to legalization. And I think these are the 4 pillars that we should take in mind. One is we believe that the AI or the policymaker, they play a major role when it comes to having responsible AI. The second thing is around risk-based. So having with the nature of AI and the AI use cases, we believe that the policymaker should consider whether new regulations is needed, or how can we amend the existing regulations to meet the risk-based that is coming from the AI and the different use cases. It should be industry-led, and it should be global. And that's why lots of AI initiatives either coming or happening in the US, we see them now moving to other areas, and vice versa. One thing around the AI regulatory landscape, and I think this is a very dynamic slide, because I believe that maybe in a month from now, this slide or the colors on the slide will change. I can see that most of the African, Middle East countries, they still have no proposal relating to putting a general regulations for having an AI at a national level. Yes, there are still AI national level or nationwide strategy, but the regulation or the regulatory piece is still missing. But again, this is very dynamic, because this keeps on changing. We might have some of the countries going on a full speed to put the clear regulations for AI, since it's a big area to invest in and have an eye on. And finally, this is a typical, and this is what Cisco offers. So this is a typical AI project lifecycle. You can see the discovery phase, deployment phase, development phase. What Cisco is trying to help, as I mentioned, is to help customers to move from ideation to deployment. So we're taking now a consultative approach. We sit with our customers, build the use case catalog, map the use case catalog to an ROI, and then share with them the architecture that will help them to achieve this catalog. And finally, this is my final slide. It can show you that the different Cisco investments, acquisitions, or partnerships that we are doing on AI. And you can see that it's massive, either on investments or partnership, in addition to the acquisitions that we've made, in order to make sure that, because at the end, AI is a journey, and everyone should work together into this journey. And that's it. So thank you so much again for your hospitality. I'm here. The team from Cisco, Shane, Abdul, and the rest are here. So if you have any questions or clarifications, please feel free to come join us in our booth, and we can have discussions with you. Thank you.